Now, we all know that goals win games of football, but clean sheets win titles. And I put together a list of five centre backs that I think are absolute bargains on FM26 because they are valued at £5 million or less. And there's some names on this list. Okay, folks, player number one on today's list, Matt Miazga. Okay, and hear me out on this because if you're a Chelsea fan like myself, you'll remember Matt Miazga as being that player that we kind of signed and then just forgot about. We just sent him out on loan and we just forgot about it. He only made, what, two appearances. Most of his appearances in England coming on loan at Reading. He had a couple of different spells there. He was on loan at Anderlecht and loan at Alaves before making a move to Cincinnati in the MLS, where he's played fairly regularly. But look, we're looking at players that are under 5 million here. He's not a superstar by any stretch of the imagination, but when you delve a little bit deeper, I think he's half decent here. Like I say, we're looking at centre backs. Cincinnati, he's American. What surprised me when I was looking for players for this list is that he's only got 28 caps for the USA. I thought that he is a caliber of player that would be playing more regular for the United States. So I don't really know what's gone on there. Maybe I'll have to look in to see what's happened there. But yeah, he's only played 28 times. Technically, I think he's okay. I think he's okay here. He's a big lad. He's 6'3", and he's got the jumping reach and he's got the heading. First touch is okay. He's got the marking. He's got the tackling. They're kind of like the holy trinity that I look for when I'm just looking for a centre back that's going to get me through a tough time. And that's what players under £5 million are designed to do for me. So yeah, heading 15, marking 14, tackling 15. He's got the core things that I need from a centre back. He can also pass the ball. His technique isn't great at 11, but he could be that ball playing player. It says here that he likes to try long range passes, and he's got passing of 13, which I don't mind. Mentally, again, I kind of think he's okay. Trying long balls, passing of 13, vision of 9. I don't see how that marries up, but he's a good leader. His work rate's okay. His teamwork's okay. Positionally, he's good, which makes up for his off the ball of 8. His determination is there as well. And when you look at sort of like the key attributes for a centre back, he's not aggressive. Now, I like an aggressive centre back. But he's got the bravery and the composure that probably makes up for the lack of aggression, which means that he's probably not going to get booked or sent off as much as somebody who had maybe had sort of upwards of 14, 15, and then the bravery to go with that. So I don't mind him mentally. Physically, I think this is where he's probably a standout player on this list because not only is he strong, he does have a little bit of pace. 12 acceleration, it might take him a little while to get up to speed. But when you're looking at it kind of like he's off the ball being an 8, I can kind of see him maybe getting caught out every now and then. And he's got the pace to make up for that. His agility's 9. He's not a Van der Ven. He's not going to be going on a mazy run and jinking through players. But all in all, I think we've got a solid centre back here, probably for lower Premiership, maybe Championship sides, for under £5 million. Good right foot and a fairly strong left foot as well. So it's not a bad start for us. Okay, next up, we are heading over to the Bundesliga and we're looking at Cenk Oskar. Now, Cenk Oskar is a 6'3", left-footed, which I really like in the centre back. A left-footed centre back. They always just look so much better on the ball, don't they? Similar to Miazga technically, although he has got slightly better dribbling. His technique's exactly the same. Not as great at passing. He's not as much of a ball player as Miazga, but he's still got the 13 for the heading. He's still got the marking of 14. He's still got the tackling of 14. So that kind of does it okay for me technically. He is a younger man at 24, so I think these could still improve by a couple of points here and now as he goes on. 6'3", so the same as Miazga. Like we said, he's left-footed and he is a perfectionist as well. Mentally, I think he's fairly impressive. He lacks in vision. He hasn't got the passing to back that up, so I'm not too worried about that. Off the ball and flair, I think off the ball is going to be low for a lot of centre-backs. Flair-wise, I mean, I'm not looking for that from my centre-backs at all. He is aggressive and he is brave. So I can imagine him flying into tackles, crashing through men, tripping people up. That he's I could see him getting bookings, basically. Anticipation's good, determination's good. Overall, I think he's pretty solid mentally. Physically, yeah, okay, he's quicker than Miazga. He's got the same acceleration. His jumping reach is one less, but he is a much stronger player. He's on 20 grand a week, and his value is between 2.2 and 4.7 million. So again, you should be able to get him for under £5 million. 9 caps for Turkey, relatively young, so I'd imagine he'd still be in or around that Turkey squad. I think that's a good price for an international. He is currently on loan from Valencia to Cologne. And when I was kind of looking at the contract, I didn't see anything in there that said that there was there's nothing there that suggests to me that he is going to be moving there. So if I was you, I'll keep an eye on him during his loan, because you're not going to be able to get him first season unless you're managing at Cologne or Valencia and you want to recall him. So yeah, another great option. Okay, on to number 3 on the list, and it's a name that you guys who have played Football Manager should probably know. And for me, this is probably one of the biggest bargains on this list. It is Jerry St. Just. When we're looking at Jerry, we're looking at a 6'1", right-footed centre-back, brings the ball out of defence, so automatically you can kind of see the role that he could play in your team. Winds up opponents, which, yeah, I don't mind it. He is at Sporting, but he's in the Sporting B team on this save. And he's only valued at 750 grand to 1.7 million. So we're talking about players you can get for under 5 million. You could get this lad for under 2 million. And that, for me, is just an incredible bargain. I don't know what he's doing to be in the B team at the moment. Must have been a fallout somewhere. He hasn't got any caps for Holland. He is on 53 grand a week, so one of the higher earners on this list. But he's 28 years old, and he kind of looks pretty good. I definitely see him as a ball-playing centre-back here. The 14 for passing, the 13 for technique, which I think is really good for a centre-back, and he can dribble. He can play right-back as well, so he could be a good option as a backup right-back if ever you needed him to slot in there as well. First touch is good. 14 for heading, 15 for marking, 15 for tackling, and like we say, he's got that passing and technique down as well. What I also liked about him, we talk about long throws coming back into the modern game. He can launch a ball as well. 13 for long throws, that isn't bad. If that's something that you want to introduce into your team, this could be the guy for you. Mentally, he's probably one of the better players mentally on this list. The only thing, again, that really lets him down is concentration, decisions, and off the ball. Concentration, decision making could be a bit of a worry for a centre back, but this is a guy who's absolutely rapid. So similar to what we were saying about Cenk, this guy has the pace to make up for any poor decisions, any poor positioning. He's going to be able to make those backup runs. 16 and 17 for acceleration and pace. I'm getting, I've mentioned him once already, but I'm getting Van der Ven vibes. And he can dribble as well. So I could really see this guy playing a role where maybe if you're playing a 3 at the back, he's the guy that kind of moves with the ball and moves out into midfield. I could see him playing right back. I could definitely see him playing centre back and kind of making those recovery runs and sweeping up behind someone maybe. What I really like about him is the determination. I always like a player of high determination. And he's got a little bit of flair as well for a centre back. So he is completely different to, say, like a Matt Miazga. Who, although is a ball playing centre back, this guy's got the kind of the flair to go with it. He's got the pace. He's got to run all day for you. And he's got the technique, and he's got the passing and the dribbling to be a really effective player for only 1.7 million. Okay, number 4 on my list. Premier League fans might know this guy from Southampton, but it's Mohamed Salisu. We're looking at a Ghanaian international, 18 caps, 3 goals for Ghana. He's 6'2". He's left-footed at centre-back, and I think he's a bit of a monster, really, physically. He can kind of do it all. He's very well-rounded physically. He's got the jumping reach. Again, he's got a little bit of pace, and he's strong as well and can run all day. That's what really impresses me with him, and it impresses me when I watch him in real life as well. He's currently at Monaco, 26 years old. He's an absolute monster in the air. 16 for heading, 13 for the marking, 15 for the tackling. He's not a ball player, by any stretch of the imagination. They've got him listed here as an overlapping centre-back, which I can see, a wide centre-back. No nonsense centre-back, I think, is a really good role for him as well. Mentally, he's okay. He is okay mentally. It's probably the weaker side of his game, which you might say isn't great for a centre-back, but I think he's got the technicals and the physicals to make up for some of these in terms of the off the ball. The positioning's not the greatest, vision isn't the greatest, decision making and composure I'd worry about as well, but he's brave, he's got good anticipation, his aggression is sort of so-so, he's not going to be going over the top, but he's enough for him to go and win a ball in the air, for example, and he's a great team player, his teamwork's great, leadership's slightly low, but I think if he's not going to be your captain, at least you know he's going to be a team player, work hard for you, he's going to run all day. I just think he's a really solid option. 500 grand to £5 million and on 52 grand a week. So he's probably going to be one of the more pricier players on this list in terms of your wage budget and how much he might cost you. You might be expecting to pay the £5 million for him. But for £5 million, is this the worst player that you could get? Absolutely not. I think he could do a really good job for kind of like a mid-table sort of Premier League side, I suppose, where kind of Southampton were hoping to be when he was playing for them. I could see him coming in and maybe doing a good job at the centre of a back three. And yeah, solid player for us. Okay, last and certainly not least on my list, this is probably one of my favourite FM players from the last couple of versions. It is Dan Axel Zagadou. We are over in Stuttgart, so we're back in Germany again. We're looking at a 26-year-old French centre-back, not an international. He hasn't played for France yet. And, I mean, his value, he is going to be one of those that you're probably looking at paying closer to £5 million for. He's on a hefty wage as well, so you probably have to be a top tier sort of club to be looking at signing him straight away off the bat. Now, I called Salisu a monster. This guy is an absolute monster. 6'5". He's got balance. He's got jumping reach. He's got strength. All 16s and 17s. I mean, he's going to dominate. This guy is going to absolutely dominate in the air. And I think when I managed him, I think I was managing Stuttgart, and just loved how many times he was getting across his man at corners and flicking on at the near post and scoring goals. He was just immense for us. He's very left-footed. He's got a reasonable right foot, but he is very left-footed, which again I really like in a centre-back. It's really hard to find a good left-footed centre-back, I think, and to get one for this price is a pretty good bargain. Let's have a look at his technicals then. First touch of 12, very good. Heading of 13, it's okay, it's average. I think the fact that he's 6'5" and has that jumping reach kind of makes up for that lack of heading for me. And like I say, in previous versions, I've never had a problem with his heading. He's always scored lots of goals for me. Marking 14. His standout for me is the passing of 14. He is a ball-playing centre-back. He does try those long-range passes, and I think that could be a really effective weapon for you. His tackling is only 12, but he's got the trait does not dive into tackles, which, that might be why it's tackling 12, because no one sees him does it, because he doesn't go flying in. I really like this guy. Technically, I think he's really, really good for a centre-back. He's got great technique, and he's got the long throws of 12 as well, so that could be useful for you, although this is probably the guy you want to be getting in the box, flicking those long throws on, really. Mentally, then, I actually think, although he hasn't really got a standout in a particular area, you wouldn't look at him out of the list of 5 and say he is the best at composure, or he is the best at sort of the positioning sort of side of things, just because he hasn't got that standout attribute. I actually think he's probably one of the more well-rounded centre-backs that we've got on this list. The only thing that he's really lacking is flair and off the ball. One thing that I would take into consideration with this guy is the fact that he is injured at the start of the season with torn knee ligaments, but he's only out for a further 3 to 6 weeks, so you should still be able to get him in the transfer window for the summer if you're playing in England, for example, where we have that summer transfer window. He should be fit, or fit enough to pass a fitness test within that first window. And I think if you can get hold of him for anywhere between that price range, that is going to be an absolute bargain for you. Well, there we go, guys. That is 5 centre-backs you can get on Football Manager 26 for £5 million or less. Let me know in the comments, who will you be signing from that list, if anyone? Is there anyone that you think I've missed that's blatantly obvious that should be on that list? Let me know down below. And of course, if you have enjoyed this content, please do like and subscribe. It really does help us out and it'll be much appreciated. Until the next time, take care.